Hey everyone, and welcome to Store 68, Pheasant Lane Mall here in Nashua, New Hampshire. Today we're going to be going over how to set up your Brookstone Chromecast Big Blue in-store demo. First things first is you're going to be unboxing your Plex mini server and you're going to be powering it up. Now we are recommending that this is done here at the cash wrap near one of the power supplies, and we're going to stick it up along the side of the wall to make sure it stays out of the way. You'll notice I've applied the double stick tape to the back side of the Plex mini server. Now I'm going to plug in the power cord. The power cord will actually fit into two of the different spots on the mini server. The thing that you need to pay attention for is make sure you're plugging it into the one with the one long dash and three mini dashes below it. Okay, so once you've identified the proper port that you're going to be plugging in your power strip to, or your power cord to, I just plug that right in. And now we're going to apply this to the wall of the cash wrap. Okay, so first things I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug in the power cord, like so. Once that's been plugged in, so you're going to press and hold the power button. You'll know it when the light is on at the top, and then you're going to just stick it to the side of the wall, like so. So now that you have plugged in your Plex mini server and you have powered it up and attached it to your cash wrap, the next thing you want to do is go to your iPad that you'll be using to demo the Chromecast products with. You're going to want to go to Settings. In Settings, you're going to want to go to the About section. In the About section, I need you to check the version of your iPad. The version of the iPad has to be 9.3 or higher. If it is not 9.3 or higher, you're going to need to update your iPad software so that you are at one of the latest versions, so this will work. Okay, now that you've verified that the version of your iPad is a 9.3 or higher, or you've updated the version of your iPad, it's now time to go to the App Store. In the App Store, we're going to want to Google two different things. The first thing we want to Google is Google Home, or search Google Home. Okay, and we're going to download the Google Home app. As you can see right here, Google Home, and I'm going to download that. And away it goes. Once that's done downloading, you're going to want to download a second app. The second app that you're going to want to download is Plex. P-L-E-X. Plex. Okay, as you can see here, this is the Plex icon and the Plex app, and you're going to want to download that app as well. Okay, so let's start by going into the Plex app. Okay, so once the app has loaded, you're going to want to click Why Sign In, and then you're going to want to click Skip Sign Up. Okay, now we can hit Next, and then you can hit Next again, and then got it. Thanks. Fantastic. Okay, from here we're going to skip this step. And guess what? We're going to skip this as well. Okay, once you've gotten to the main page here, you'll see you have playlist and camera roll options.
So now you're going to jump out.
So once you've gotten to this screen, you're actually going to jump out. Okay, so now that you're finishing the Plex app, you're going to want to connect to a specific Wi-Fi. So let's go back to your settings and go to Wi-Fi. See, right now I'm connected to Brookstone Store. I actually want to connect to Big Blue Demo. This is a specific one set up for this demo purposes. Your password is actually going to be Plex, capital P-L-E-X, tone, T, using a 0 for O, N-E, Plex tone, and hit join. Once you can see you're connected to that demo Wi-Fi, we can minimize this. So now that we have downloaded the Plex, downloaded the Google Home, and we've confirmed our Wi-Fi is to the Big Blue demo, we now need to kind of move away from the cash wrap or wherever you are doing the downloading and get to the sales floor, because when we're connecting the devices to the Google Home to the devices, we actually need to be very close to the device because it's looking kind of for a one-to-one pair. So you want to be standing next to the device that you're going to be connecting to. So as you can see, I'm near one of the big blues here. This is actually in the back of the store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Google Home app, and I'm going to go in that top right-hand corner to be able to see which devices there are to select from. So now you can see that there's a list of 3 big blue parties to select from. Here's where you're going to want to make sure you know which device you're pairing to so you can label it appropriately. So there's generic names or naming convention that comes up. What you can do to figure out which speaker you're standing near is flip it over at the bottom, and then on the bottom you'll see that there is a Mac ID printed on like a white code, barcode there, and you can match that ID up to the name on the Google Home Chromecast. That way you can label it appropriately based on the location of the speaker in the store. You're going to want to look at the last 4 digits to compare it to. So now that I know which speaker I want to connect to, I'm going to hit the setup button for that speaker. It's going to come up with a screen here. You're going to hit continue, and then we're going to let it connect. You can see now that I have successfully connected. It's going to ask you to play a test sound so you know, make sure it's connected. Once you've heard the sound, you can hit I heard the sound. Then you can name it. What we're suggesting you can do is just leave it as Big Blue Party, and then I'm going to call this Back of Store. Hit done. Hit continue. Now it's going to ask me to select a Wi-Fi network, so I'm going to hit the drop down there. And you're going to select the Big Blue demo, again, the one that you're connected to already. It's going to ask you to hit the password in again. Password is Plexstone, a capital P, then L-E-X, T, using a 0 for the O, N-E. Hit done, and hit continue. Now it's going to be connecting to that Wi-Fi network. Ah, see that? That's a nice little, it's connected. And then it's going to ask you to sign in. You don't have to sign in. You can just hit skip. And then meet your new best friends with the cast button. We don't need to meet any new best friends. You can hit the skip. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to replicate that for the other 2 speakers. So I'm going to now go do that same process offline here for you, and I'll meet you back once I've connected the other 2 speakers. So now I've connected all 3 of the Big Blue Party Chromecasts to the Google Home, and let me show you what it looks like when all 3 speakers are connected individually. Hit that top right hand corner again. You're going to see each of the 3 speakers individual. Middle of store, front of store, back of store. So then what I'm going to want to do is hit the 3-dot button here at the top speaker. For us it's in the middle of the store, and I'm going to hit create a group. Then it's going to ask me to select the speakers I want part of this group. Well, coincidentally there's only 3. Front of store, back of store, and the middle of store, and we're going to call this Store 68 Group. Hit save. Okay, so now I've created a group with all of them. So right now you see the 3 individuals. When it updates, you see this group, Store 68 Group. Looks fantastic. And then you're good. You've now grouped them all, and we are ready to demo the speakers. So thank you for watching the how to set up your Chromecast Big Blue demo. It does take a couple steps, and it takes a few minutes of your time, so make sure you set up the time and the coverage to do so. If you have any problems, please give the help desk a call so they can help you work through any of maybe the technical difficulties that you might encounter. But overall, if you follow these steps, you should be good to go.